my friends, welcome back. There is a lot to go over right now. We have Hurricane Rafael about to form and move into the Gulf by November 7th. We've been calling for this situation since October 24th, about 10 days ago. And now every weather channel you can think of is talking about this situation, as well as the insane tornado outbreaks taking place in parts of Texas and mostly Oklahoma. We saw all that coming as well. Not to mention these insane trails being dropped all over the southeast, which is the next area that is going to be saturated before this hurricane even shows up. I'll talk about that in a minute, but let's get into Rafael right now. First things first, let's look at the updated time frame we have for Rafael. Rafael is down here underneath Jamaica right now, very close to a tropical storm. In fact, probably by the posting of this video, it will be a tropical storm and named Rafael. And as you can see, by Wednesday, 7 a.m., probably a bit sooner, this will become a hurricane before it makes contact with Cuba. As we saw in the models, it then tracks over Cuba, continuing to stay as a hurricane, may increase in strength right in this end of the white cone you see. After that, we're expecting and hoping for it to calm down a bit depending on how big it gets on its path over Cuba and into the Gulf. That will determine where this thing goes once it does get into the Gulf, which means every single state is within the possibility of some sort of landfall. That includes Florida and Texas on either side of this cone of uncertainty. You get a much better idea of that with these spaghetti plots here. All are very tight and are in very much agreement as far as the path on the way to Cuba, but once it hits that western edge, it then wants to peel off to the west. It could move a little bit north and then peel off right to the east into Florida. Basically, long story short, is it could go absolutely anywhere in the Gulf. That is why this is so important. A lot of people are worried about election day and not even thinking about weather right now. But not only do we have the chance of a category 1 to 2, but the possibilities of a major hurricane, a 3 or higher, is still in the realm of possibility. My friends, we've been talking about this for weeks now and being attacked for it on every front. Now, the situation with the spraying going on over the southeast is going to play a huge part in this storm. And I hate to say this, but it's lining up to be a very similar situation to what happened in Asheville, North Carolina, because the area was already saturated upon the hurricane arriving, which made the whole situation 10 times worse because the water had nowhere to go. And that's the transition to this next part of the video. And as you can see, the southeast is going to have some significant rain events leading up to the possibility of this hurricane, making it even worse. And that's why I related to that Asheville situation, because that's exactly what happened there. Take a look at these lines. This is absolutely horrible. And when you see this same pattern repeated over and over again, we saw it with Roswell, New Mexico, and that flood. We saw it with Asheville, as we've already stated. And now we're starting to see the same setup with the southeast. And now I can't say for sure this is exactly what's taking place, but based on what we've been seeing for the last couple months, this is exactly the same exact setup. I can't stress that enough. And with that said, my friends, we got to keep an eye on these areas and see the cause and effect of what we're watching on these radar, because we know the ones in charge are not going to give us the truth, so that is going to be left up to us to figure out. All right, my friends, I appreciate each and every one of you. I'll have updates throughout the continuation of this storm and the situation going on in Oklahoma. Shout out to Canada. See you all very soon. Take care. Bye-bye. Stop right there, my friends. If you have not already, click that subscribe button and don't forget to hit the bell icon. Click all and you will get all notifications from this channel. And trust me, you won't be disappointed.